On February 7, 1964, a crowd of 4,000 fans at Heathrow Airport waved to the Beatles as they took off for the first trip to the United States as a group. When the group arrived at John F. Kennedy's Airport in New York City, a large crowd greeted them. 3,000 Beatles fans were waiting outside for them to arrive. In March 1956, John Lennon formed the group called the Carrie Band. In the group was Lennon and Paul, who both played the rhythm guitar, George Harrison as lead guitarist, Stewart on bass, and Colin Hayton on drummer. But soon he left the band in 1959. The Beatles started looking for another drummer. Later, Pete Best became the drummer. From there, the Beatles were ready to go, as manager Alan Williams had arranged them to perform in any clubs in Hamburg. Once the Beatles were ready, they took off to New York City as a group. As they were in UK at the Heathrow Airport, people were sitting all over the place. Once the Beatles arrived at JFK Airport, about 3,000 people were standing outside, waiting for them to arrive. Once they got there, they were greeted by people. The band's first American concert appearance was in the Washington Coliseum in Washington, D.C. on February 11, 1964. Also, in the U.S., they made their first television appearance on the Ed Sullivan Show. During the recording sessions, the band undertook their final performance on the rooftop of Apple Building in January 30, 1969. Later, band player John Lennon was shot and killed by Mark David Chapman on December 1980 in New York City. Later, the Beatles had a reunion in February 1994. From there, the Beatles were no longer a band.